Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. We just got off our flight from Fort Lauderdale, and right now we're headed to Las Vegas. The gate's right down there at C8, so let's head over now. And here we are at our gate for today, C8. As you can see, there's nothing here, so what should we do in the Dallas airport? Anything interesting? Make sure to let me know in the comments so I know for next time. Right out here is an American Airlines Airbus A320 headed over to Guadalajara, Mexico. There are a lot of destinations from Dallas because Dallas is near where their headquarters is. I believe headquarters is in Abilene. Oddly enough, it looks like Concourse has improved since I was last here. It looks much better. The floors are redone. There are more restaurants and shops to choose from. Before it was just really old, but now it looks way better. Great job, DFW. Because we're here so early, our flight's not even on the board yet, but I'll tell you what our flight is. Today we're on American Airlines flight 1853 to Las Vegas, which is boarding right here at C8. So we're just hanging out here for a little bit. We're on an A321 today. As you can see all the way out there, our aircraft is landing from Atlanta. Our flight has finally appeared on the sign right by the gate. Right here's our aircraft for today, November 987 Alpha Mike. It's an Airbus A321, serial number 7079. It's 6 years old, and it came in just a few hours ago from Atlanta, Georgia. The next flight, AA1853, is us. This 737 right here is headed over to Phoenix next. And right out there is our A321 that'll be taking us for this 2.5-hour hop over to Las Vegas. So, one bad thing. So, I took a flight here from Fort Lauderdale just a few hours ago, and the crew was not the best. And I just saw they boarded our plane to Las Vegas. Yeah. And we're boarding now for Las Vegas. Our seat for today's 27F. We have in-flight entertainment information and a safety card. Tray table. Could also move, which is great. Very convenient.
I need some help.
In-flight entertainment holder. This could hold your phone, tablet, iPad, all that. Seat back pocket. Legroom is pretty okay. And our window. Each seat on this flight also has power outlets, which is amazing. We're sitting right by the cargo door today. Right out there's a good view of Concourse and also a A321neo leaving.
Many destinations across the globe, made possible by our dedicated team members who all do it for one reason. You. That's why your safety and well-being are so important to us. Let's go through some in-flight instructions so we can get you safely on your way. All flights are non-smoking, including e-cigarettes, vape devices, and smokeless tobacco. It's against the law to tamper with, disable, or destroy the laboratory smoke detector. Doing so may result in a fine. For safety reasons, e-cigarettes and vape devices may not be plugged into any power source while on board the airplane. In a water evacuation, slides at the front and back of the airplane may be used as life rafts. An additional raft is located in a marked overhead bin. All exits are clearly marked with signs and opening instructions. If needed, exit pad lighting in the aisle will illuminate near the floor to guide you to an exit indicated by signs and lights. In the event of an emergency, leave all belongings and proceed to the closest usable exit. Once outside, pull the tab to inflate your vest or blow into the red tube. In the water, a light on your vest will automatically illuminate. If necessary, an infant life vest will be distributed by a crew member. See your safety card for more details on how to use it. It's our honor to care for you on your journey. If you have any questions, please refer to your safety card or ask any of the crew members as they do their final count.
Passengers, we do have 3 lavatories for your convenience. There's one located at row 24. There's also 2 in the back. And as a reminder, video and voice calls in flight are prohibited. We'll be coming through the aisle to do our final safety checks. Again, thank you for your attention. Enjoy your flight.
be able to see right out in the distance. I'm zooming in as far as I can, so I'm sorry if you can't really see it. But that's the Grand Canyon. I like to think of it as the eighth wonder of the world, because I think the Grand Canyon is absolutely stunning. We'll get better views in a minute, but in the meantime, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Beginning our initial descent to Las Vegas. It's now time for the Travel Man Rates, Flight Edition. The factors that are taken into account for this rating are the seat, the food, the in-flight entertainment, and the service. First, the seat. The seats on this flight were pretty much the same exact thing as the seats on my last flight from Fort Lauderdale to Dallas. I would say the main issue was the legroom. The last flight was on an A321neo, which is a bit bigger than the standard A321. Now, on that last flight, I barely had any legroom, so it was really hard to move my legs around. As compared to this flight, I had a bit more legroom, and it was pretty decent to move my legs around. Another big difference is the padding. Now, a few years ago, American had TVs on most of their A321s, and there was more padding in the seats. But now they reduced the padding to fit in more seats, which makes it a bit crammed. Therefore, I'm giving the seats a 4 out of 5. Next, the food. The food options on this flight were very limited. All we had was a Biscoff cookie, but there was a large selection of beverages. Now, in first class, they got a meal. On a flight at this time of day, which was 11 a.m., you'd expect a bit more, maybe a few options of chips, any type of snack, really, but American doesn't have that on flights under 4 or 5 hours. Now, it would be better for American to add more things to their menu selection for flights less than 4 hours, but for now, they don't have anything, so it's always great to get your snacks beforehand. Therefore, I'm giving the food a 3 out of 5. Next, the in-flight entertainment. This one was a real disappointment because the Wi-Fi on this flight was not working. Now, American got rid of their screens a few years back, so now all IFE on American relies on Wi-Fi, at least on their narrow-body aircraft. So that's a big problem, because if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't access anything. But either way, the Wi-Fi is very expensive. It could cost $15 for an hour or $19 for the entire flight, which I find to be a bit unreasonable for like a 2-hour flight. So therefore, I'm giving the IFE a 2 out of 5. Finally, the service. This crew was on my last flight, and they were not too great, but this flight, they were much better. They were in better moods, they were happier, they were nicer, they were a bit more attentive to the passengers, and it was just better. Now, is it the best crew I've ever had? No. But is it the worst? Absolutely not. Therefore, I'm giving the service a 4 out of 5. So, with everything added up, including the seat, the food, the in-flight entertainment, and the service, American Airlines A321 service from Dallas-Fort Worth to Las Vegas earns a 13 out of 20 stars. Well done, American.
Dallas. Local time is 11:40. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping the aisleway clear of all your carry-on luggage. Once we have parked at the gate and the captain turns off the seatbelt sign, check around you for your personal belongings. Extra care should be used when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted. Please make sure you don't leave any of your electronics plugged into the charging outlets, and also don't forget your AirPods. We'd also like to congratulate those of you who signed up for the Advantage Aviator Red MasterCard in flight today. You are well on your way to earning those 50,000 miles to use on your next trip. If you were sleeping when we came through the aisle, no worries, we still have some brochures. They'll be available to you as you exit the aircraft door. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We do hope you enjoyed your flights. Have a great afternoon.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off, and keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful, as items may have moved in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
Flight attendants, verify this on doors. Stand by for call.
Everybody, welcome to the Las Vegas International Airport, gate D11. True Las Vegas fashion when you see slot machines right outside of your gate. So that's really interesting. Never seen that one before. Alright everybody, and as I stand right beside these slot machines in a bar in an airport, which I've never seen before, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Our plane will be headed right back to Dallas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Bye guys.